Hi everyone, welcome to Hilltop View Journals. Today I'm working on day 20 of My Daily Spread, a 30-day YouTube collaboration hosted by rachandbellacrafts. And day 20 is a focal piece and it is your favourite quote. So I have used one of my favourite quotes, "Bloom where you were planted." And I've created a focal piece to go on top of one of my journals, which I have made as part of this collaboration and challenge. And I hope that you will join me to see how I put this lovely little focal piece together. I've decided that today is the day I am going to replace this temporary topper for the first journal I made for this collaboration. And I have mentioned it previously that I'm actually working on two now because I've stuffed the journal up so much with goodies that one journal simply won't be enough. So this is the second journal and this is the topper that we made. And this temporary topper will go there. I'll probably put something up behind it, just some paper or doily or something, and then that will go on there. So that's what's happening today. And it's going to be a very simple topper, so it'll be a little collage day. And I thought that the prompt of your favourite quote would be a good one. Now, my absolute favourite quote is, "One step at a time will get you to where you're going." But that's not really that practical for putting on a label and showcasing it on a page. So I went with something else. And so one of my other really favourite sayings is "Bloom where you were planted." And this saying is exactly what I need to hear right now, because I keep on telling myself, oh, when I retire, when I do this, when I do that, oh yeah, it'll be perfect, I'll have more time. And well, I may not be around then, so I've got to do it now, haven't I? I need to bloom now, where I am right now. That's really important for me to keep on telling myself. So I made these on Canva because I wanted those words. Rachel has got some really lovely labels in her kits that you can use that are perfect for this prompt. And I'm sure some of them, these are just a couple of them that I fussy cut, but I'm sure some of them will resonate with you that you can actually use. She's even got blank labels in there, so you could stamp or write your own labels. But I'm going to go with these today. I've also got a couple of other labels that I might use in the collage. And I've also got here some fussy cuts that I've done. These are from different kits, lots of different artists, or even they are from, I think a lot of these actually are from free stuff that you can download off Pinterest or on the internet. I've got some lace here that I would like to make maybe some kind of dangle, really simple dangle. It's not going to set the world on fire. I've got just a couple of pieces, a bit of music paper, book page, French, because I love that. Obviously my doily. And then on the top here, I've just got a couple of bits of material that I may or may not use. And so this one I'm hoping I can replace today. And I don't want to cover the whole of the journal cover. I just want something in one of the corners to just to give a little bit of interest. I may do something to this background at another time. I'm not too sure. I like to, when I'm working on journal covers, I do like to do a little bit here and a little bit there until I get there. Otherwise, I feel that it can be quite overpowering. And it's very rare that I will do a cover before I've done everything else, because I feel the cover needs to go with what I'm making inside. And as I'm often not that planned and knowing what I'm doing inside, I kind of have to do it hand in hand. So, but that is just the way I work. Some people prefer to get their cover done really quickly. Some people prefer to do it at the end. You got to work I think the longer you do this, the more you figure out how you prefer to work, and then just go with how you prefer, not how somebody on YouTube tells you to do it. Okay, so I think I've said enough now. Let's get on with some crafting. And I'm hoping this is literally just going to come together really quickly and job done. That's what I'm really, really hoping. But I don't know. I don't know. It's just, we know what these things are like. I'll start to get a little bit faffy, and then we could end up being here all day. Who knows? But I just want to do something really simple. I've got some of this paper. I think these papers come from My Creative Studios. You know those, we all used to get those really expensive sort of kits that came together. They are beautiful, but gosh, totally expensive. And yeah, can't be doing that anymore. I think all these little pieces, well, this piece and this as well, I mean, they are beautiful, and I don't know where you could get them, probably on Etsy or something, if you searched, but they've been in my stash for I don't know how long, and today is the day. And if I spend a lot of money on materials, then I don't like using them, and that's why sometimes I think, you know, when you buy on Temu and places like that, well, I don't know. We've all got our feelings on Temu as well, haven't we? But and AliExpress and things. But oh, I've just found this on my top, so we may use that. Don't know where that's come from, but I may use it. Okay, so I've got to somehow, and I've done 2 sizes because I wasn't sure what would look right. Probably the largest one is going to look like, and I'm gravitating towards this side because I always do gravitate towards the left. Is there something about that? I'm sure there must be some kind of theory, a reason for that. Don't know. Maybe I'll look it up if I get a chance. I've got lots of these fussy cuts here. Yeah, I did want one of Rachel's labels if I can squeeze it in. Oh, I've even got this one. Love that. And all my flowers are pink, of course. I do love that. It's so bold, isn't it? I've got a really big butterfly as well. But I wasn't sure whether the butterfly actually went with the label, so... But I put it there just in case I change my mind. I'm kind of looking for a flower that goes that way. That's a little bit more than what I was hoping. So, could just do something so simple like that. She's a bit big, that one. Now, because I've got this sort of peachy pink in the back, the flowers are kind of not standing out. So to me that means I need to change the colours. Now I've got this green. Green might do it. So I just need to see what size I can get from this piece. And maybe that will be a bit better. I don't know. I think it stands out a little bit better. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got like light pink. You see, I think it will make it, so if I put this underneath here now for a second, I'm not too sure I want that. I've got some really dark pink here, sort of shocking pink. That really is shocking. Bit too bright, I think. See, this now doesn't go with the green. That's nice and subtle. Okay. Let's give her a go. I'm trying to gravitate towards there. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to attach something on there to have a closure, or I'm just going to stick it down. I'm tempted just to stick it down, because I think I prefer the closure just to be very simple eyelets and just tie it up, rather than having something that wraps all the way round. So, and I got to remember now that I'm going to be putting a load of bits and pieces sort of hanging here. So maybe I won't be able to leave space. It seems to be going in quite a large direction. But, you know, we just go with it. Go with what you're working with. I wonder if I can maybe change direction. And cut it down. I don't know why, but I find it really difficult to work on that side. May change up that with a little bit of that. I quite like the idea of the pieces going one way and then going another way. I did really want to use this piece of paper. And I could cut that down a little bit. So I think that needs to go along the piece of paper. That go there, and that go like that. Still not speaking to me though, I have to say. So I've ended up covering all the journal cover almost. But I like that actually. And then if I maybe make the little dangle, and then we can see how the dangle fits in. So all I was going to do was just cut these down. So I've got them cut down, and I was going to just very simply pop them on a bulb clip here, just like that, and hope that they will somehow come together beautifully. And frame the whole thing. I thought I'd add some pink in there. When does enough become too much? It's a big question in the junk journaling world, I think. I might have to tie that on. That's the kind of look I was going for. Nothing too elaborate, just pretty enough. I forgot to talk then because I had my tongue sticking out. You know when you do that when you're concentrating? Do you do that? So poke your tongue out. Okay, so I was going for something like that. Have absolutely no idea how I'm going to put that on. But that's what I was looking at. And then we got some little bits here left over. And I did wonder if I could pop those in as well, just to give it a little bit more texture. You know, there. I got a few pieces. Not that you'd see it anyway, but it just makes me feel better that it's there. Yeah. Okay. Now, I did say I wanted to use one of Rachel's little labels because they're so pretty. Like that there. Okay. Just found this little home there. So I might glue that in place. Like that. And I got to figure out how am I going to attach all this. Now, what would make life a whole lot easier is if I do attach it to something in the back. So I will have that like that, I think. Because it'll be a lot easier to stitch it then. And probably the flower will be separate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my sewing machine, leave that because it's not essential, and I'm just going to stitch down there. I think I really do want some other layers. How do I get more layers in this? It's got this thread in here which is really annoying. I don't think it's supposed to be in there. Okay, I'm going for it. Over to the sewing machine. As I made my way over to the sewing machine, I saw this tag and thought, oh, go on. I was trying to avoid a tag, but actually the tag just kind of goes. So it's going to go on. I think that's the right thing to do, people. You may disagree, but decision has been made, and so I could use a little brown string on it. And a tiny bit of stamping. If I can find my stamps. And my ink. It's probably a little bit dark, but it'll be okay. And so I know this is similar to what I've done, but I really liked what I did before. So when you like something, just keep on doing it. Right, I'm going for that. Okay, so I've just stitched just down there, like that. And switch my glue gun on. Ready. I think what I'll probably do is have that to the side there, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on. I haven't done a very good job of the fussy cutting there. She'll have to do something to the back there as well. Now, I like all that there. So I've got to decide where this goes. So I think there's the best. The star of the show. And think that needs to go up there. Just peeking out. I'm not going to use that. And then this little thing. I think that will probably go like that. Or I could bring this over there. And go like that. But I think actually it looks better on the side there. Yep, let's glue this in place. So the tag is off to the side slightly, and so is that now. I wanted that to be straight. Try this again. Oops, we're ripping. Right, that label needs to be in line with that label. I think. So I think I need a little bit more green, so I'm going to add some green in here. So I've just got a couple more strips of material. Just give you that hint of pink and green. There. Okay, so that's that ready. And then what I was going to do is I've got this little bit of bling, which again has been on my desk since I don't know how long. And I was going to add it to the tag here. That was a lot more fiddly than I anticipated. Okay, so that is there like that. I'm going to take this out. And I have to consider where the holes are going to go for the pages. But I would like to put a hole in then and an eyelet for this. So I think it needs to sort of come up the top then. Hopefully it won't be in the way, but I'm going to do it anyway and then worry about it later. Which is what I tend to do. With my crafting anyway. have a rose gold one. And I'm just going to pop it there, I think. Okay, so that just sort of hangs there like that. And the only other thing I wanted to do then was just to put some aging on this cover, a bit more aging. And I think we have our finished prompt. So I did manage to find a little sticker of a butterfly, which isn't perfect, but it's the right size and it does blend in quite nicely in the background there. So I've just popped that in place. So this is prompt number 20, day 20, and it's a favourite quote. And the challenge we had, I'm just looking at my list now, was, I haven't got it, where is it? 20, feature focal piece. So Bloom Where You're Planted is my focal piece. So I hope I've met that challenge, and I think it's okay. I'm quite pleased with that. I think it's still delicate enough that it fits into the whole vibe I'm going for with the journal. I did flip that tag inside there, so I've got the back this side and then the front that side. I would like that to be a bit darker, but it's made now, so I'm not going to change it. I'm just happy the way that is. And then I will go to my other journal and get something suitable in place to cover that. And what I'll probably do is, before I bind these pages in, I will do some like a masterboard of book pages and patterns and things on there, and then that will be glued in. And of course I can create a pocket out of this as well. I could even create a side pocket, so I will be using that most definitely. And as you can see, I've been using this Mayflower quite a bit because I just love that card there. So that is how today has gone, and I hope you enjoyed that. And please do go and seek out our creators for today. So Corey Damon is up again today, and Nigeza Creates. So Nigeza Creates is my crafting twin, so we tend to have a lot in common when it comes to how we like to craft. So please go and join their channels, and I will leave a link to their channels in the description box below. But for now, I finished day 20 and we are 2/3 the way through this challenge. Whoop, whoop. and I'm really chuffed with how far I got so far. So yeah, love to know what you think and how you're getting on, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.